Welcome back to the Avery Farm and Homestead. This is day 2 and part 2 of the demolition of a 100-year-old corn crib. The first order of business this morning is to take the truck and go hook up to our trailer, and I'm going to bring it down here and get it situated to where we can start offloading some of this junk. And then if we find anything interesting, we'll make sure and share that with you. So I'm going to go get the trailer, and then we'll get back down here and we'll get started. Well, everyone, the demo's pretty much complete. We didn't get everything on film just because it takes a lot of time to run back and forth to cameras. But anyway, let me take you and show you kind of where we're at and the final stages of this demo and now the final cleanup. So let's go look at it. Well, everyone, here's what we got. As you can see, we got a pit here where the old root cellar was. I've also went around and cut the brush around it, and I've just thrown the brush in there to go ahead and burn the brush. And then we also, as we got down to the root cellar rocks, we realized that we were able to salvage several of these, like this one right here. And then we got stacks of them right down here. We had plans on building a fire pit, and so these right here will not only are big enough to build a fire pit, but ones like this one right here, these are big enough. We're going to clean them up, and we're going to make benches out of them to go around the fire pit. So as you can see, this has been a heck of a project with a lot of work, and I'm glad to be seeing the completion of it. Of course, we will have a lot of cleanup to do around this once it burns out real well and then we start filling it in. But it really has opened up the view from the back of our house here. As you can see, it opens up the view to the drive leading out of the house. And those sycamore trees right there, they're going to come down as well. That'll be another day though. But I will eventually take out those sycamores right there, and then we'll get a bunch of field dirt and gravel hauled in to completely fill this hole in and to level everything out to make it look good. And then as you can see over here, we're doing the final stages of the burn on the material that we tore off. So this project is just almost complete. This is one that we have been putting off. I've been putting off because of the remodel on the house. Here's about everything we got out of it that was still in one piece. Not any valuable treasures to me, but the neighbors love all of this, so I'm fixing to take it up and drop it all off to them. There's a closer look at it. And with everything that we pulled out of here that we were able to salvage, I showed you the video of all of the parts. There was no value to them, but it was definitely treasure for our neighbors. Miss Brenda, her great grandfather, Miss Brenda is probably in her 80s, and it was her great grandfather that built this house and also built the corn crib. And I was thinking it was about 100 to 120 years ago when she informed me today that it was much older than that it was her great grandfather who had built this house and the corn crib back many years ago. So this house and corn crib were probably closer to 150 years old or older. And we will give you a tour of the house someday. We have completely remodeled the inside of it. It took us about 1.5 years to totally gut the house. We put a new roof on it, and then we put all new wiring, plumbing, insulation, and then went back. And that project is nearing an end. We've got just a little bit more trim work to do and a little bit more work in the laundry room, but whenever we get it completed, then we will give you guys a tour of the inside. And then, of course, as soon as we're finished with that, we're going to begin the remodel on the outside of it with all new siding and gutters. And hopefully we will get to that this spring and try to get the house completed sometime this spring, early summer. And then our hopes are that once it's completed, then we can focus our attention to more of the farm, doing more cleanup and building fences. I'm wanting to move to a rotational grazing system here on the farm to increase the number of cattle that we can grow per acre, but also to help grow our soil. We really need to rebuild the soil here on the farm. And we know that one of the best ways to do that is with rotational grazing. So that's a project that we hope to get to by late summer, early fall, before we move into the winter. So anyway, that's our project, guys. Thank you for coming along with us these last 2 days. It's been a busy weekend, but we got a lot accomplished. But I want to thank you for coming along with us and being a part of this. So I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and follow along with us as we continue to build this farm. So thank you very much. Have a great week.